Hello.
Girl, what the
Anyways, I haven't vlogged in a minute and it's so fun, so say hello, Rain. Enjoy. Not that anybody enjoys these, but I sure do, so it doesn't matter. Gotta do the awkward fit check before I get to my first client, which is my beautiful sister-in-law, Carla. She wanted silvery gray blonde hair inspired by an AI photo she saw. And then here's gorgeous angel baby face, Desiree, and she wanted some red and black Dragulara inspired hair. And here we are. It turned out exactly like the photo. I was so proud. And the same with Desiree. Perfection. There's my hand showing you what I sacrificed to get this hair. Ain't nothing I won't do for you. And here we have gorgeous model Fallon, and we did a bleach retouch on her roots. That's what she usually does, is all silvery white, or just like straight up white, I should say. But the time before last, she decided to do a black root, and when she decided to go back, I was like, it's gonna be a process, and it has been. I thought that I had gotten the band today, but it's still showing a little bit, as you can see, but she didn't care. She wanted to be all blonde. And then we did her extensions that were too yellow, and I had to go tone them after I'd put them in her hair. But despite the look on her face, I promise she was super excited about her hair. She was actually gushing over it, so don't be saying nothing in the comments. And here's gorgeous Addie. If she looks familiar, it's because I do her twin sister's hair, Avery, as well. She was in my first video. She just wanted a shaggy, shoulder-length hairstyle with bangs. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say. Question for all my fellow hairdressers. Do you guys just not have the worst anxiety whenever you just know you're gonna get that inevitable, hey girl text? If you're not a hairdresser and you don't know what that means, it's basically like when a person isn't happy with their hair and they always start their text message to tell you by saying, hey girl. Anyways, I've been a hairdresser for 10 years, and you know, the more you've done hair and the more experience you get, it happens more rarely. But I have just been in such a funk because yesterday, like, I had this weird anxiety about yesterday, and I couldn't put my mind on it, like put my finger on it, because all week I just had this weird feeling about Friday. And yesterday was Friday, and all my appointments went well except for this one appointment. It didn't necessarily like go bad, like it's not like it was like a disaster or anything like that, but I was just really unhappy because it was a really simple color situation, and it somehow ended up being nothing like what it was supposed to be. And I think it makes it worse because it was a new client, and it's like, of course it would happen with a new client. But basically it was a really young kid. The mom had like bleached her hair blonde for the summertime, but they've decided they wanted to go back to her natural, which is kind of like a light brown to a dirty blonde color. They just wanted her to be like more of like her natural, like a light brown with some of like the blonde still coming through in places, like basically like brown hair with blonde highlights. So since her hair was so light, I ended up mixing a level 5, and I mixed like all the colors to kind of fill the hair in as well, since you have to fill hair. And I've done this a million times. I've done this formula before with this color brand before, never had any problems. I foiled the crap out of her hair. Like, I put so many foils in her hair, and when I went to wash it out, I just felt like there was way too much blonde still. And then for some reason it was like I hadn't filled her hair at all. Like, it had barely gotten much darker. It was more of like a level 7 instead of a level 6, kind of what I was going for. And there was still so much blonde. Like, it looked more like blonde hair with lowlights more than brown hair with some blonde highlights. And the mom was really nice. She didn't act annoyed or upset at all, but I did tell her, I was like, you know, this isn't what you guys asked for. So I was like, if you want to come in on a different day, I will totally put a bunch more brown in her hair, and I'm not going to charge you. Just hit me up and let me know. And she's like, okay, yeah. And it's one of those things where, like, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it just bothered me like all day and all night. It's all I thought about, especially because I just know she's going to text me, which I told her to text me, but I don't know. But I think other hairdressers will understand where I'm coming from. So here we have my gorgeous longtime client, Sarah, who always does fun colors in her hair. It had been over a year since we had done her hair last, but she basically wanted a rainbow smudge. I am completely forgetting what the term is called, but maybe you'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second.
I block you so I don't raise hell. Should've talked through it in detail. Our separate ways ain't gon' end well. No, but when we get back, it's like, oh my. All bad all day, but the night I get that good.
Several days later.
You guys know my friend Karime. Anyways, we're gonna meet up for lunch before my 1 o'clock appointment. Just waiting on Karime to show up. Also, I'm doing this just for the people that know me in real life. I always talk about how I got this expression wrinkle in between my eyebrows at a really young age that I need to get Botox for. And people are always like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's because I have bangs. Look, you can see it right there. This. Y'all, I am only 30, okay? Can you imagine how deep that will be if I don't get Botox by the time I'm like 60? Alright, she's finally here. Vlog whenever I saw you.
Why?
Because it's so exciting. I told Karime we're gonna play a game of how many people are gonna come up to her and say hi. There's already been 2. We've been here for like 3 minutes and 2 people have already come up to her, so let's see.
I'm not that famous.
She actually is.
I'm not that famous. You're more famous than I am.
You know what? We need to both pursue acting or like something like that. I feel like we could do
I
great
told you
together.
we need to do a podcast.
Let's do it. Okay, you know what? I'm done.
No,
I'm
no,
ready to do it. Let's do
games.
it. Let's do it. Let's do
It
it.
tastes better. It tastes better. Thank you.
What kind of a martini was that?
$3 olive dirty martini.
Oh, $3.
Yeah.
I lost track of what you were saying because there was a lot. Where'd you come up with that?
So I left early to go pick him up for work, and I was gonna take him home. Well, this goofy bitch is waiting in the freaking parking lot for him, and so like I park inside the plant because I work there because I have my shit together, unlike her, right? Anyway, so she pulled out. She pulled out of the parking lot and starts following us, and she's like this close to my freaking bumper. And then we get in front of Bennigan's, and she runs me off the flipping road. I called Border PD.
You were just like,
I was like,
try to stab him or
so
something like
probably. She's like, so anyway, so this goofy bitch tries to run me off the road. So I call Border PD. So I drop him off. Like we drive around. We went and got Starbucks, whatever. I drop him off. And like right in front of Elliott Electric, there was a cop sitting there, and he was like waiting for her because I told him I was like, "This is who it is. This is where she's going. This is exactly what's going on." And I was like, "And she's done it before." I think I can press stalking charges at this point. Not once, not twice, but twice.
No, she seems like, what was the name of that chick? The one that like, she was in the news a few years ago because she murdered her ex-boyfriend in the shower. She gives me those kind of vibes.
She does. Like
She's done that several times.
Of course she did.
The tea.
I better not look ugly
Huh?
in any of this.
You better like what?
I better not look ugly.
You look amazing.
Wait, let me see. It should be funny.
This morning. Messaged me and you're like, I heard crazy eyes busted out your window. I call her the Amazon. Yeah, she was going to try to fight my 13-year-old. Just wait, girl. Just wait.
THC drink. And she made me that martini. And she told me, have you seen Methany? And I was like, what?
You say methany?
Yeah.
And here is Melissa and Zoe's hair, the ones you just saw in the video. And also, don't judge my station. It was absolutely wrecked by the time I was finished with them. And here we are the next day. It was actually my birthday, big 31. I was at a birthday party for my nephew though. So it was at a bowling alley, if it's not obvious. And then my mom got me some steak and potatoes from Texas Rose for dinner. Here I am enjoying it. It was delicious, just in case you couldn't tell. And there's my child trying to rip down my happy birthday banner because everything always has to be about him. Just kidding. And this is a whipped cheesecake that my mom got for me because I'm a big cheesecake person. It was so creamy and delicious. Sorry, there was really Sorry, there was really no reason for me to do that. People with blue eyes be like. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I always enjoy doing these, even if like literally I'm the only person that's watching them, but give me a break. Let me pretend that I'm YouTube famous, okay, just for a second, okay? Let me do a little outfit of the day before I go. I had to turn my light on so I could give a good little outfit of the day really quick. By the way, this outfit is extremely unflattering. I thought it was unflattering until I saw it in my like length mirror and I was like, oh, I really shouldn't do an outfit of the day on this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Anyways, I've got this oversized Aaliyah t-shirt that I got from Walmart. The little boxer shorts that are not actually boxers, but it's my time to shine because I've always liked the look of boxers with outfits. My husband would make fun of me and be like, why are you wearing boxers as an outfit? That's embarrassing. And now it's the look, okay? I've always been ahead of my time. So 90% of the time I'm wearing outfits that make me look 30 pounds heavier than I really am, but whatever. Yeah, like I said, I'm wearing these, trying to like, leggings. Anyways, like I think it looks worse on camera though than it does in person. But actually, I don't know. I'm probably lying to myself. This is one of those outfits that like you put on and then you think you look good and then somebody tags you in a photo where you're not paying attention and you realize how uncute it is. Ooh, you can really see my under eye bags in this lighting. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next the next video, okay? Bye. Shoo.